here. Let me just check one thing really quick. I think this is set on the window. Yep. Cool. I'm sorry for being a little late. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I was kind of ready for this today. Not always the most, great at my timing, but we are here. We are here now. By the way, I do have some simple expression tracking going, so you can like actually see me when I drop my mouth, but it's doing a little bit too much. I might take off the awe factor just a little. It's going a little bit haywire. Also, apparently my pop filter isn't really working, or I'm just overly hearing it because I got new headphones, top of a new camera, so y'all were actually included in on my list. Yeah, we're gonna let you learn about the behind the scenes real quick. Um, yeah, we're not exactly the greatest expression sensitivity. We're gonna turn it down just a little bit. Let me see if we can see this. Okay, we can still do that. So, oh no, my face. Okay, so if we go here, expression settings. I don't know if y'all can see this. I kind of hope that you don't, but we want to get rid of the surprise a little bit. Now, I want to make sure that's on toggle. I guess we turn it to additive. Okay, cool. I'm still doing it too much. Hmm. I mean, I do get shocked a lot, but I don't know if we want to be that with it. But we're here, we're doing it. Oh wait, one more thing. We want to reset the positioning. That's the way I'm looking at y'all. Deeply into your eyes, emotionally, sleep. Nah, I'm kidding. All right, so we're gonna open. Gotta get used to screen mirroring again. It's been a little bit of a time frame since the last time I did it. Can I hide these assets? Nope. Okay. Well, that's as cool as I get it for a minute. So I was told off this build, which I believe I have not streamed yet. Okay, that brings in a good question. Okay, there's got to be a way to get rid of the like I know I'm amazed at a lot of things, but I'm not that amazed all the time. It's just well, you're not supposed to see that behind the mirror. Effect settings, motion expression settings. It should have automated. Or is that in general? Hmm. Well, anyways, we should start off by saying Merry Christmas, Merry Xmas, whatever the hell you celebrate. Happy holidays. It's a good time to be here. It's a good time to play Weiss, and it's a good time to enjoy some good old Bunko. Hybrid, reset pose. Hmm. Oh, default. This should be it. Simple. I guess I'll turn it on none for now. We'll come back and it is in general. Well, I'll come back and set that up later on my own, but we can do that later ourselves. Just checking if the mouth actually, yeah, mouth's moving. I don't know why it's just being a little leathly. Turn down the sensitivity, and we're golden. I'm having to do this while on here because I didn't do it beforehand. So this is the build that I want to run. We have the beautiful Gorias, and we have a whole bunch of other cool things. It is dual laners, because this card is so weird. This is such an extremely weird climax. It's it says give 2 characters +1 soul, and then salvage a character with a soul trigger. Or reverse order that. Yeah. Which is good, but it's awkward. Unless you are prepared to dual lane the entire game, which we are. Our top end only wants up to one other character in the front row. which means technically we can tri-field this if it's literally only her, her, and her. Literally, if it's only the three of them. The intention, though, is for you to go one and the one in the front, and then whatever in the back row. It's basically pay one pitch to burn three, and then pay one pitch to burn three, and then swing for four, swing for four. If you can do math, 4 plus 3, that's 10. We do that twice. We deal 20 damage in a single turn. We can kill from anything. Now, the other thing that it can do is instead of paying such a steep cost, is we can just look at the top 6 cards of our opponent's deck, remove whatever the hell we don't want, aka climaxes, tell them to shuffle, and then do the burn 3, and then swing for 4, swing for 4. Yo, what up, Zakora? How's your Christmas doing, my dude? It's going good, Zieki? These girls are a question mark. I kind of want to put in another one of these guys and another. We don't actually have. This should be the actual list. Yeah, 2 of these. One of the stock swap. What one of my buddies told me we should do is in a temporary version. We're gonna test it out. Get rid of these 3. Bunko. We care about color here because this will be quicker. It's going to be a level 0. It's going to be a cost 0. It's going to be type character. And it's going to be a color blue. And it's going to be redhead. Bingo. It's going to be this girly. Now, the card we got rid of said on swing we can basically select our trigger, and if we have no characters in the back row, we can mill the top card. If it's a 0, we get to just put it straight into the back. Just straight up put it. This is a little more icky. It helps us build bin better and quicker, which works for our early plan. I don't feel so great about it because it doesn't generate card advantage. We're so 0 heavy. I mean, literally, we're on 22 zeros, I'm pretty sure, last time I checked. Um, 2. Each of these is 10, so 21. We're on 21 zeros. We're on 21 playable zeros. So we're very 0 heavy. I think it's better to run the green one, but also we're not really running green, so it doesn't really matter. So, Um, basic assumption behind how this deck's trying to work is we want to do this at 2 in one lane, we want to do this at 1 and at 2. We want to get this potentially out at 0 if possible with the twin drivers, and it's a fine play at 1 because it's a 2 soul with hand on court. This is just a thin, just for deck speed. We have 4 brainstormers. We are running 4 brainstormers. We are running not really that much else. We want to control our deck and we want to have selection. And at level 1, we want to pretty much just grab good cards, go. We are stock efficient because our top end is going to want us to waste a massive amount of stock just so we can actually um, generate resources, generate hand. So we're on a stockless sack searcher, sack drop surge, which is actually good because we want some things to sack stuff, so we end up with less lanes, and then we can overplay and sack another thing, so that way we can actually pull off our dual laner strategy. We're on standby because I found that's the easiest way to build that stock. It also can let us do our combo technically early. It's a little funny, but it also lets us stand by our combo, so we'd have to pay less stock into it to do it. So we could go in 5 stock on the turn of slam the one after we've standbyed out the other, and we're chilling. Another funny thing about the level 2 combo, or level 2, because we're doing it at 1, hopefully, is it sacks the climax, which that probably doesn't seem relevant, but if we standby out one of the girls, sack the climax, then refresh in our turn, it's fantastic. We actually get to shuffle in so many more climaxes this way. Brainstormer plus hand size, fantastic. It's a salvage, which is great. When you're playing standby, you're dumping into the bin. Twin Driver is also technically a free stock. This is the card that just lets us look 3 to grab a character and pitch a card. So it's not bad. It's also 3K, which is not bad. The plan with the reason why we're running this over the card I want to run, we'll get back to the card I want to run over it, but why we're running this. This is a Climax Salvager. A clock sends a character, pay 2, which yet again, killing one of our characters, not bad. Sending it to clock, okay. But it does give us some sort of damage control and lets us salvage a climax, which means we could actually salvage the standbys that we cancel with. So canceling does not mean that we're able to get climaxes, even if we have no climaxes in hand. It's great. The Witch lets us drop extra climaxes into the bin to salvage a character. Easy stuff. We don't really want to be playing these dual soul triggers until we're finishing the game to death. We don't really want to be playing these. So dropping them, great. It also lets us pay 1, sack it to play out our level 3, or whatever we feel like, potentially our level 2, because it's still being cheaper. Yeah, we're going down a card for it, but we're playing this for the salvage first. We can let it sit on board and then sack it when we need. So it's not really a bad play. Um, there's also the factor of you could refuse. I have done this. You can refuse to put down a character, which matters because you can just play it, overplay something, sack it, put nothing down. Getting rid of a lane. It costs 1, but it's sometimes worth it because you can't have a full board when you combo, and there's not really that many ways. And Weiss Schwartz just say, "Buy my thing." We don't have a sack brainstormer, and I don't think we really need one. We're good with that. Okay. So now onto the card that I want to play versus the card that we are playing. So change the search conditions to green. So the card I want to play actively is this one. When it attacks, look to, trigger set, and then also when it attacks, no characters in the back row, we can mill 1. The salvage. Sorry, to just straight get the 0. Great. We could bin climaxes if we don't want to hit the triggers. We can hit climaxes if we want to hit the triggers. We can get back row characters. We can get brainstormers. It's just cause. This on the other hand puts it to hand, and it does actually fill bin, so we can set triggers. The biggest issue is that we can just bin climaxes, which I'm not feeling that great about, but it gives us greater deck speed. I'm gonna take advice, and we're gonna run it. I say that, and then I forget to save the deck. We're gonna call this 10 point. 10 point what? What do we want to call this? 10.6? 10.6. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Oh yeah, there's also a potential to run a bomber, but I don't really feel comfortable running a bomber because we do kind of want our things to survive, which is the biggest argument for wanting to run this girl, is she's 3K. Point 10.6. Names get long when you do a lot of test builds. You could see the generations just swirl by right there. All right. As in all things, we'll go against Mushoku because I don't like playing against Mushoku. This hand looks way worse. And it really is. We can potentially turn 0 this. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. 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 So here's where things get interesting. Clock this, draw 2 more, right? Play this, stock this. Probably question, why the hell do you stock the card that you probably want? Decline this one. Move here. Enter climax. Play the climax. Salvage the Neko girl. That's the reason why we clocked the red, so that way we'd have it. Now we front here, pay 1 for the twin drive. And we paid out into bin, so we're cycling out the climaxes, we're getting the triggers. Realistically, we could have done this first. 1, 2, 3. Stop revealing, grab the brainstormer. So this is kind of where we want to be. I don't want to have her as a second one. So option A, this gets stuck in the first, which it doesn't. Yeah, so now we're just pushing damage. Which we need to push damage if we want to win the game, right? So we gotta actually do the damage. My model does not like me drinking. It likes thirsty. Also, I'm really damn thirsty for some reason today. So that does survive as a 3K. Oh, we're not paying to save the twin drivers. We don't need it. Clock this because we want it to be in bin by the time we actually hit level 1. Play the brainstormer. Let's brainstorm. Salvage 2. Um, salvage twin drive. Salvage. We're 6 out, 5 out. We're 5 out. Ugh. I'm a huge fan of that. We'll get drop searcher to hand. Play twin drivey girl. Decline right now. We do need deck speed, but also we do want to push some damage. We're fine taking a bit of damage here. Front here, yeah, kill it. Who cares? Side on this one. One for us. Check here. Choose one card. It means character. It doesn't mean card. Realistically, we just dropped the level 2, right? Side, pay the 1 to do the trigger. Standby. Cool. We're still at 0. So Kaneko. So it's too deep. We're out 7. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Next turn, realistically, I don't even think we need it. God, he's at 3 already, and we're still sorry. He's at 2. He's playing his 3 game. He's at 2 though. We want blue, but red's more important for our next level. But we don't need all of these. Okay. So this turn's gonna go really well for us. So there's an option that we save this one. And there's a logic that we just don't. I'm gonna argue for the it doesn't really matter route. We do want a clock. So what's more important than the why? Um, so 2 cards deep is where the one we care about is, which is perfect for this, not so perfect for the deck state. Okay. Thinking. Okay, we do this first. We're gonna lose a chunk of stock here. And we're gonna lose our brainstormer. But it'll be worth. Trust, trust. We want to salvage this standby. Now we play her. Decline to free stock. Shift it over. Shift it over again. Remember, we're going to become 9-5 there. Okay. Enter climax. Now we're going to go all 8 back in because we do this. And here's where the magic happens. Boom. 8 front. Trigger, refresh, penalty. Okay, but you can't prevent everything. You can prevent a lot, but you can't prevent it all. In front of here. Damn. And then I guess we realistically we did just go 8 back in, but we're 6 in. So that matters, but I'm still gonna front here. Because we want to push some damage. Nope. Pass. We have 6 stock generated. Our hand's not that great. We are 2 out, but we're 6 in, right? We're 6 in, and so we're not bad. We're not bad. 3. Okay, we need blue here. That's kind of not as useful. Yikes, he's level 3 comp with this early place? Oh, he standby 1 out. Yeah, okay. Makes sense to do it at least once here. No. No. This one, I think we do just pay the hand on for it. We are level 2, though. So drop the Kaneko. Draw. Do we wish to clock? Clock the Asya. Nice. Nice. Okay. Here's where things get crazy. So this is 10k. That's bigger right now. Um, we want to do this for deck speed. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. There'll be one in. Play the climax. We'll pick up the girl. Now, we can still do this just because we have it. Now, 1, 2, 3. Now we're churning through deck. Front 10k as well. 2. Now, we could try to kill. I don't think the kill would happen on our side. 4. Okay, since that's in the bin, we do want to pay the 3 right here. Because we can afford it. We have 7 stock. We know 1's probably in there. Never mind. We know there's none in there. I think we are just toastied. We might just be toasty node. If this 4 sticks, we're dead, right? So we need to cancel in the middle of it. That's game. Okay, cool. Yeah, not a fan of that. I didn't feel like the blue card contributed. We're gonna go back to this, which is the worser-ish version, but he also did say he liked the level 2 when we talked to people. Been this. Just cause. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. The 2/2 that's been added is just another standby target, but it also has the lines of text saying. It also has the line of text saying, okay, I'm gonna hold on to this for now. It's nothing to salvage with Witch either. So, decline. Decline. So, the 2/2 says whenever a other creature attacks, or sorry, character attacks, you may look top 2, put 1 on top, put the other in the bin. So, same kind of text, just different character. It's probably going to be better to do funnies, but we're not. Attack. Yep. Front here. Put the soul trigger back on top. We're fine losing lanes. We're going to be uncompressed, unfortunately. But we are trying to get through deck fast now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're trying to churn through deck here. I don't think we're in a terrible spot, but I don't think we're in a wonderful spot after that. Okay. Do we have a level 2 come in and bin? No. Do we have a way of getting a level 2 in bin? No. Okay. We're gonna level up a Kaneko. Okay. Cancel. Cool. Die, die. Draw. Do I wish to clock? Yep. Check waiting. This is in the bin. Okay, we need a character. If we play this, we don't get anything else, right? Drop that for the climax for the brainstorm. I'm a huge fan of that. But there's no other way we can play it. Okay, play this because it's not completely dead on field. That lets us play this. Grab the brainstorm. Because we need card advantage right now. Right? Play this. Brainstorm. Okay, salvage once, which means salvaging level 1 or 0, realistically. I want to salvage. I kind of want to salvage the Neko, honestly. I kind of feel like salvaging Neko, but we need other thing in front row. So grab the mom. Decline. I'm gonna play Asya with the expectation of dropping this, sacking this, going to search for just something, just to have it in hand. It's probably better having one of these stocked for when we do hit level 2. Okay, enter climax, play climax, standby out the level 2 early, stand it, and then we front here. Second standby trigger, perfect. Okay, get the dual laner into the back. Cool. Now front here, pay the 1 for the twin drive. 1, 2, and our stock is going to be clean, baby. In front here, ensuring that we have empty lanes and we do have a big rank lane. Also, that means they can't kind of fake pseudo combo. That's a 9-5. They're not beating over 9-5 at the climax. It's just not happening. They do get the standby too. Okay, so there's one more in there. We're not unlikely to cancel, but we're not hyper likely either. What we do know is we're staying at 1. Okay, in this spot you are here, but we'll take 2. That'll be mid-tack. In this case, you don't clock, you push this up, and you shift these, because you know when you enter climax and enter attack, that's 3 clean stock right there. You're going 7 back in, but it's clean. Oof, that hurts. That kind of hurts. So 2 cards deep, climax. 2 out. 6, 20. So we're not really compressed, but we're kind of, we're fine here. We're fine. We're fine. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. Oh, we need blue, right? Let's get rid of 8 wage. Okay, cool, cool. Ouch, this is gonna hurt. 3K, so we are officially 3 out. Yeah, 1 and 5. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, we can just take this. Either way, we'd be fine. In this case, I believe we pay 3. But for which one? Not this one. Yep. Okay, cool. Draw, do we wish to clock? Yeah, because we got to keep card advantage coming. We'll clock this, draw 2 more. Okay. Brainstorm for deck, then purpose. Okay, 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 okay. We might be cruising. We might be cruising. How many of the climaxes are we out? 3. I don't think we're likely to hit a standby. Keep in mind we will go up again, so do this. Actually, let's do more like this. All right, climax, play climax. Climax, curly. New one, right? Yes. Okay, I like that it shined because I wouldn't know otherwise. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Front here. Stop revealing. Put this back on top. Trigger check it. Put level 3 into the back row. I don't think it really matters. We're gonna flip 2. Let the climax go into the bin. We don't need to hit more triggers. We're just trying to push damage. Cool. Yeah, he's at 3. We are fairly compressed. Only issue is we don't have hand size. But if we clock, we go up 3 after we play girl, and then climax. That's the only thing we gotta get is climax. Cancel. Cool. Okay, so he sends us the 3. That's fine, right? It's fine. Next one's guaranteed cancel, right? No, we're out. We're out, out. But that's a massive. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, that happened though. That's kind of absurd that that's the situation though. Okay. Two, two, fair, even number of each out. Clock this girly to Tronsu. Mm. Okay. Okay. Not the worst. Not the best. One soul trigger. Perfect. Cool. Play this girl. Heal. Thing. If we look 6, it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. But this does. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no hits. No climax. Play climax. Skill. Effect 2. Pitch, pitch. Okay, cool. 7 going back in. Cancel on the first. Second one. Cool. We gotta add one to hand first for the second one to resolve the way we want. Doop, doop. Effect 2. Yep. Boop, boop. So if one of these hits, he's dead. 4. Let's go. Let's go. Omega dead. We had dead 3. We had dead 4 times over. So that's that's good stuff right there. This deck doesn't feel as clean, but it does. So this is the version I think I should run. Stock swap, another one of these. But the choosing trigger, I think, might be worth a slot. At least one. I don't know how many. I think one's good. I think one slot's good because I do like the heavy. I do like the heavy zeros plan. I like the heavy zeros plan. Cost 2. Level 2. I think I at least like one. Save as V11. We're gonna try this. Because it did just pull us out of a very tough spot because we were able to selectively choose our climaxes and fresh our deck faster. First computer, we'll go against. Let's go against Amelia. I want to go against Amelia. There's so many jokes that can be made throughout the years over Amelia and ReZero. ReZero is getting a new set. ReZero is getting a new set. Okay, clock this. And then we'll play this. Ooh, we don't want to drop that yet, actually. Hold on. Hold on. Was that a mistake? Yes, it was. Because we should have done this, but that's fine. That was a mistake. I should have led with Girly, because Girly does things better. Okay. Here, boys. Grandpa feels it. Look. Look. He hurt me, boys. Okay. Clock that. Okay, so we do have a level 2 in the bin, so we're fine on that metric. The issue is we're holding 2 climaxes. What? How bad of an issue is that, really? I don't like the fact we're holding this. I kind of think we just toss this into the Aether. What do we salvage, though? Is there something worth salvaging? Yeah, the Brainstorm. Yeah, so we play this, pitching the level 3 climax, salvaging a Brainstorm, playing said Brainstorm, brainstorming. Brainstorming the Brainstorm? Brainstorm. Brainstorm. And then we play the twin drive. No one will win in this fight. Argument to play this out. I don't like that argument though. Enter climax. Play the climax. Stand by at a level 1 combo. And front into big girl. Ooh, huh? Okay, okay, okay. That's more chill. That's the reason why we run somebody that can actively do stuff like that. Flip 2, stop revealing, put 1 card back on top, this one, and then trigger it. Whiff on the 3. But we have push damage, we have a wall. Oh, he wasn't ready for that. Cool. Yeah, let it die, I don't care. It's probably better for us to a degree. In this moment, you don't clock. You take advantage of the fact you got an extra turn, and you just brainstorm, compress, move stuff, move things around, and you just take advantage. We got a whole nother turn. You don't do anything else. You don't do anything to screw it up. We're 4 and yeah, I don't careful. Careful on that last one. That last one was a little dangerous. Okay, cool. Easy swing, soft swing. Okay, now we get a level 2. In this case, level 2 girly should be girly pop here because they're gonna get wiped. We can pay hand encore for this one, and now we pay that for that. Okay, too deep for one of those, but also cancels. Okay, we can push damage. I mean, hey, we're pushing damage. That's success, right? Success. Um, but not in the way that we want to. Okay, don't hit? Question mark? Oof. And that was for 3. Oof. That's clean cut. Nasty. I want to clock, but I don't think I do. Yeah, I can't brainstorm. It's 2 cards deep. It's 2 cards deep. It's 2 cards deep. It's 2 cards deep. Okay. Is there a way? Technically, it's not great. I don't like this. I'm gonna be absolutely clear. I don't like the options I'm thinking of doing, but I have to do one of them, I think, to get 7 in, because it's not that bad. Because you're about to go, yeah, but we're about to go 2 back in. That's the issue. It's about to be 2 back in. Two missing back in. So we gotta, okay, so this is bad, but it's correct. And that's not clean, so I do think, but we know we will hit. So we do brainstorm here. Okay, so we're 2 out anyways. Great. Cool. Yeah, that was what we did was totally useful. Great. Cool. Uh-huh. I feel rewarded for being smarter. Put wall or just plus mass ton stock. I think we plus stock here in our climax in our attack. 1, 2, 3. Front for 10. For 1. Front for 9-5. For 2. He can clock himself up. Cool, but he won't have 3s yet. Well, he's gonna have an early play. Okay. That's wow. Okay. Interesting. At least we're at 2. Yet again, don't clock here. We've gotten stock at this point. So at this point, we brainstorm. Salvage 1. Um, salvage girl that gives faster deck speed, or salvage her. Salvage. We don't really have that many options. It's kind of just her. Yeah, it's kind of the actually only option. Play 1 because we can send one of these girls out quicker. Um, we're out probably 3. No, we're out probably 5. Deck speed. Grab 1 just so we have 1 in hand. Okay, here we go. Inner climax. Okay. Attack. Swing for two. Two. Easy number. Swing for two. Two. Easy number. Cool. And then swing for three, because this one's gonna clobber. Yeah. All right. We're running the wall here. We're running the wall. We're getting it going. Getting it going. Honestly, the one card difference is gonna be so hard to detect, but it is a difference. The stock swap is gonna be massive though. Oh, if we can hit that stock swap, it's gonna be juicy. Okay, so he doesn't want to force us up, but can we just force ourselves up? I mean, yeah, we can. Is it worth? Uh, it's probably all clean is the thing. That's the thing, is it's clean. So I don't want to clock here. We don't want to activate this yet. We do want to brainstorm. Okay, that's got their deck now. Um, Now we can overplay the brainstorm, right? Yeah. Which is really what we want to do, is we want to overplay the brainstorm here, right? No, cancel. Overplay the 6K. Yeah, that was one dirty. Yeah. No. Inner climax. Inner attack. Swing, bada swing. Two? Two. Cool. Now it's highly likely. Okay, so this is gonna do a massive amount. Two. Refresh penalty. Oh my gosh. That. Oh. Sticking for five. Sorry, for six. Six. For six. Oh, brutal. Stock swaps are a menace. Stock swaps are a menace, dudes. Stock swaps are a menace. It's absolutely nightmarish that you can just get away with that in Weiss. Nightmarish. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um, I think as it stands, I will start posting the versions. I kind of just got lazy on it. Maybe because I didn't really need to post every version I've tried. I just wanted to get a good list first before I called it mute. Because, it's easier to experiment on this, but also in past, because I didn't know how to get the updates as easy and as well. And they were uploaded onto Encore. And so I had a history log for myself to go like, oh no, but I've already tried that card and it wasn't that great, but it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't that great. Um, the only card I'm missing from this deck in real life, as it stands, is I'm missing one stock swap. I'm missing the stock swap. I think this is pretty much as good as the list can get until I basically hand it off to somebody else to say, "Hey, do better, please," because I've lost the number. I've lost the idea. It's not in my ball anymore. This is as best as I could take it. Is stand by extra stock, clean stock. Hopefully, if you can compress or get to such a small deck state that you know how many are going in, so you don't have to worry about the number. Um, you can set your triggers at 0. You can get extra card advantage at 0. That's the advantage of the green 0 that we currently are running over the blue 0 that should be run um, is setting your triggers and potentially 0 advantage, and considering you're on 22 zeros, sorry, 21 zeros, 21 zeros, it's not a bad idea. You're on 21 zeros, 21 zero characters. Bad. You want to hit your brainstorms. I don't think there's really a dead card that you can play, because even if it is a bad card, you can just sack it. I think this is the best I can bring this deck to. The level 1 combos in Bunko are a little bit weird or dependent on events, so you just run the standby one. There's the standby level 1, it's a level 2, but it's a level 1 combo. Let's be real. It works. It works. And the Koneko is just a good one value beater to maybe standby out at 0, which is not an impossible feat when you're twin driving and able to play twin drive for free. Literally, by just discarding, realistically, you discard an echo from your hand in the stock and use it for its own ability to get the second trigger. It's beautiful. The only card that I really kind of iffed about the deck is this. You may choose one card in your hand and put it into your waiting. Oh, it's waiting, not bottom. And then choose one of your opponent's level 3s. So pitch card, pitch this. So it's a 2-for-1, but it's a 2-for-1 goodbye, whatever. It doesn't get rid of Eins, don't get me wrong. It doesn't get rid of Eins, but I think Eins is about to be on the wayside because of bans. And if Eins gets banned in a way that it's effective, I don't feel bad. It's a broken deck. But if Eins doesn't get banned, I know how to beat it. I can play Data Live. I can play the Core Pipe. I have proven that deck can beat. Okay, no, I haven't. I know the deck can. I haven't proven. There's not really that much of a rigorous thing behind it that says, yes, this wins. Holds. Yes. Yes, yes. hmm Yeah. So that I don't want to run another game because we're gonna run out of time if I do. So we're gonna do something else. We're gonna do something funny. We're gonna do something pretty close to meaningless. And I know you guys can't see my screen. That's intentional. Don't panic. Don't freak out. Ah, no screen. What's going on, boy? We're just gonna have our booties whipped in chess because we can fit uh a, a 10-minute game in, I think. And so we're gonna try. If I don't, oh no, I go over the stream by a little bit of time. That's so terrible. Whatever shall I do with myself? Ah. Yeah, I'm laying on thick with sarcasm today, but nobody's here. Everybody's hopefully enjoying their Christmas, and that's the way things should be. We're gonna say we're beginner because we're not that great, but we're not terrible. Play as guest. 10-minute game. Yep. It says it's gonna take 20 minutes, but it's not. And if we get too close, okay. I don't like being white. I like being black. I like pulling the scad. This guy's being weird. Do this. Develop. Push. Okay. That's a fine sack. Free check. I'll take the peace trade. Center development, reattacking the knight. Easy stuff. Okay. Retreating. This lets us castle quick. This piece is not weak. 4 knights out in the center. It doesn't really make sense to plant this, but it does make sense to try to expand this bishop out. Now, okay, here, if we push pawn here, right? Stairs. 1, 2, right? But 1, 2. And if he takes with second, there's not a secondary protection. We win that fight because you can only take twice. Okay, right? Take here. If he takes with knight, we take with queen. And our queen's active. Now, we don't really need to do too much with our queen right now. Even though our queen is active, we can actually do this, which is 1, 2 versus 1. Like, it's trading, but then this. Okay. That's intriguing. Let him get that queen active, but attack it with the rook, so now we take control of the open lane. Okay. Now, I want to retreat our queen to try tactic. So I'm seeing this piece. I'm trying to visualize that piece into death. Okay, so if we take tempo, he's either going to see the mate threat or he's not. Okay, he does. Cool. He obviously hasn't taken for a reason, which means there's a reason why he doesn't want to take yet. So in this case, I want to anchor the knight, but also potentially threaten to move this piece one way or another and win. This is a weak square. Mm. Okay, that's a weak pawn because that queen's undefended. Yeah, continuous. That pawn was defending his queen from our queen, and there was nothing defending his queen. So because we took it, sight lines. You got to keep in mind what things see. What we, if we're quote unquote playing at 800 level, that's actually above my belt. It's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be like a 700, but let's check out what the eval engine says. That was way quicker than I thought it would be. 10-minute game. Okay, okay. Do I sign in? Do. We're just gonna take the screen away for like 3 seconds. Okay. And just enjoy a double bit of me while I sign in real quick. While we sign in to check. Because I do want to use analysis because I think that'll be a better use of y'all's time. Copy this, refresh, so that way it sees what happened. So that way. Also, apparently there's a message from chess.com. I'm signed in now, so I'll switch y'all back. Let's see what happened. Read this all official like, right? We have detected that one or more of your recent opponents has violated the fair as compensation for the penalty. Okay, so somebody cheated, and we got an extra 22 elo because I keep swinging. Unread, yeah. If you're wondering, I reported somebody, and apparently they were cheating because they played really weird. Understand, I'm not that great of a chess player. If you look legit at my account, right? I'll show my account. Where is it? Where do I show my account? How do I show my own account? Jeez, how do I show my own account? Ah! Explorer? No. Chess.com? Question mark? Yeah. I gotta change that image later. Um, yeah, I'm not that high, but that's Blitz. This is 5-minute games. Daily live bot recent. Any result? My games. My games, other games. Any result. It doesn't matter the result. All recent games. Advanced openings. Openings kind of don't matter, but all right. Let's just look at this. Let's just analyze this. Back to the beginning. Even eval. Okay. Standard opening e4. You should pretty much open with e4 or d4. One of the two. That's just straight up how chess works. Developing knight apparently was an okay move. Right? It didn't. It really did not like that pawn push. It really didn't think I was doing that. Did like castle. It did not like him taking because it does see this trade line, which isn't advantageous. It thought that was pretty good. Can I actually open up the analysis though? Self-analysis. There we go. Bingo. Okay, cool. Now we can actually see. Let's go for the review. Generate the review, please.
Grabbing that free piece saved white from a worse position.
Okay, cool. Instead I played like a 1300 and this guy played like a 1250. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. We're both a little sketch. We're both a little sketch, but I'm less sketch because y'all can literally see I'm not that great.
Opening with the king's pawn. Control
Okay, can I mute you? Thank you, buddy, but we don't need to hear all of this. Yep, classic knight. Okay, I wanted to develop knight first, which I didn't feel comfortable. I thought that was smart, but I wanted to do this engagement of shifting in there. I can see at least two moves ahead, right? I saw this and this. And then I potentially saw that. And I'm like, okay, well, he's offering a trade. I'll trade. Um, this was now the development move. Now this is attacking this, and I felt comfortable with that because Do we get our queen out now? For him re-attacking, same trade, but we get another piece in development. Now he retreats, which that's obviously a bad move. You take the piece, you're up material, you do the trades. You actively take the trades. You can take the positional disadvantage because you have material advantage. It did not like the castling so much. It makes sense because it's delaying this pressured move. Yeah, the knight was a good. I wanted to develop this because it's preventing what I did in a minute here, which was this. Oh, that was a great move. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was bad. Jesus. I mean, that was obvious. You take there because you got to open up the line. And now that the queen's here, you now have a free lane to attack because he's gonna have to retreat the queen. Now, seeking the line. They wanted us to do this. I don't understand that. That's some stockfish body stuff. Nobody understands what stockfish is thinking with that one. Like, what's stockfish thinking with this? What is stockfish thinking with that? The fish is unreal. Now this is clear. I'm glad that this was indeed the correct move. It was completely, that's great. That was amazing on him. I didn't see that. I honestly thought that would have happened instead for funny haha fishy bait. Just for craps and giggles, what does that evaluate? White just winning is a plunder. Okay, yeah, shows how stupid I am. It finds this as an inaccuracy. What was best? Hold up. Stockfish, back to review, right? Advancing the pawn can yeah, but I'm looking to mate here in the next two moves. So he's doing this, right? So that was a total mistake. What does it say? Black had advantage, but now the game is close to equal. It thought that was a bad move. Because what? If he takes here, oh, right, because he could have taken like that. Yeah. It's crazy how this evaluates this as a 1300 game when man blundered the queen in one of the simplest ways possible. But that's what I was hoping for, but I'm now seeing I was also kind of dumb. That this was kind of dumb because this happens, nothing I want happens, and now my knight's in danger as well. And then I can't move this rook to defend because pressure issues. So in the meantime, I would have to do like a really funny move like this, right? What's the best move after that? Oh, double defend. Okay. Let's see what the bot thinks for a couple moves here. See a couple of the bot's moves. Now, I'm gonna resist. It's a brilliant. Okay. Nobody's that smart, right? Do a more generic move from black here. That's not strong. That's not. That is. That is. That is. So instead of something like that, I would. I mean, I don't want to lose my rook to a pawn. I would. I would not take that line. I would not take that. I would try to reinforce the open lane. Oh, but that still blunders the rook. Right, because the pawn. And you can't back it off. And you can't re-attack the queen. So the best thing to do would just to be back it out. I would think as a human player, not seeing. Yeah, you still have a kill shot. And I want to take this pawn, but it's defended by this and the queen. If it was just defended by the queen, I'd go for that same bloody tactic that I went for. We want to kind of open this up, I would think. Yeah. What's the bot decision here? Yeah, this is some wild stuff from this point now. That's not. That makes sense. The bot's weird. Bots are weird. Don't listen to people play chess. People play chess. People play chess. People learn how to play chess. If you want to be a person who plays chess, learn from a person who plays chess. If you're really damn good, that's when you start looking at bots because that's the only people better than you. You got to learn from people better than you, but there's a gap where there's just so much in between that you can't reach up that high yet. You got to take it lower. Anyways, I know now I got to change my chess pick and see you later, dudes. Have a Merry Christmas, Merry Holidays, whatever.